to expect snow in the winter and nothing else really. We've had some winds here or there,
right?
But nothing too serious. Nothing like 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, you see, that's where you're like, all right, that's a blizzard.
Yeah.
We got our fair share of snow on Friday and Saturday, but thankfully didn't come along with some of those other dangerous conditions. I think this morning, obviously, the biggest concern is going to be the timing of the snow, which arrived right on schedule, just in time for your morning commute.
Right.
So when you got the elements underneath on the roads already, this leftover snow and ice from this weekend, and then we're going to add a little more snow on top of it, even if it's just ever so slightly, a little bit, obviously certainly can create some headaches. So I think many of us, maybe in our dreams, are headed to Phoenix if you're not there in person or headed there in person today. BSU takes on Baylor in the Cactus Bowl. Kickoff at 8:15, a time we are very familiar with, but look at the temperature difference. 57 went for kickoff, halftime 55 and 52 for the fourth quarter. Their high today in Phoenix, 68 degrees. So talk about a vacation. Boy, I think it's about time, don't you? Brian looked it up, last minute tickets down there one way, $350. So if you've got it on you, it might be worth considering. More snow on the way for us today. I don't think should cause any problems at our airport, but we are going to look for light accumulations around here. Otherwise, drier and cold. Wednesday headed into the first part of the weekend. That could hint at some inversion conditions returning before a storm arriving this weekend. We're going to look for more of this to pile up, and it's doing so pretty quickly at Brundage. When I came in early this morning about 3:45, they had an inch. They're almost to that 3-inch range. I'd probably say 2.5 on the snow stake. Our little polar bear here and her snowball slowly getting covered. She'll be able to make a much bigger one with the snow that they're getting there later on today. 17 for us here. Winds out of the northeast at 6 miles an hour make it feel like 9. So the wind chill is a factor out there. We're in the teens to low 20s across southwest Idaho. Upper teens for our mountains in McCall and Stanley, and it's 12 in Sun Valley. But look at the wind chill numbers dropping us to the single digits here in Boise and out in Mountain Home. It feels like 5 in Stanley and a chilly 11 for you up in McCall this morning. On the satellite radar, tracking all of that snow coming in from the northwest and from our west, just now making its way into the Boise area, more widespread and heavier out in Canyon County up toward Ontario in eastern Oregon. I-84 corridor covered in snow for the most part. We're going to see snow showers on your commute this morning. Give yourself a little bit of extra time. Coming in closer, we can see the heaviest snow here in western Meridian up toward Canyon County, that borderline there, and in toward Emmett too. So we're going to see pockets of this heavy snow right now in Boise. It's light snowflakes flying. Gets a little heavier though as you head toward Meridian. So count on a snow-covered road as you travel into work today if you're just getting back after the holiday. On the Futurecast, most of the snow I think will fall earlier this morning and into the late hours of the morning. At least that's when the heaviest snow is expected to fall. Our Futurecast showing that we catch a break headed into the lunch hour and into early this afternoon. This will continue to be snow up in our mountains, widespread, especially in our northern mountains down into the Boise Mountains, expecting about 4 to 8 inches for you. I think as we head into the afternoon, if the temperatures warm up enough toward freezing, there is a slight chance we could see a little bit of a wintry mix mixed in there too. Could be freezing rain, especially as you head down into Owyhee County along those mountain lines. For most parts, I think it'll be a wintry mix if we see it. Maybe a little bit of rain in some spots, but it will not be long lasting. And again, I think most of this today will stay of snow because of how cold it is. Snow continues in the mountains late tonight, overnight into tomorrow morning, but for us here in the valleys, it'll taper off. I think we're clear by the time tomorrow morning rolls around. As far as snow accumulation, again, 4 to 8 inches in many of our mountains with that winter weather advisory. For us here, 1 to 2 inches in the Boise area. This model showing slightly less than that. About 1.5 inches to 3 inches possible as you head out toward Ontario and the western end of the valley. So again, because this is coming in from the northwest, we'll see more out in the western end of the valley than we will here down in the Boise area. But overall, just a light snow, especially compared to what we saw on Friday and Saturday. But we'll add to it just a little bit more, could double our snowfall or our average snowfall of 7 inches if we get to 14 inches with the help of this storm. After today, we stay dry for a few days. Temperatures staying in the mid to upper 20s. They'll stay steady, but with the potential of an inversion, if forming, we could see those temperatures drop even more into the upper teens. Good news is I think we get a storm on Sunday into Monday to help clear that inversion out. Brian.